Alright, welcome back to Satisfactory Update 6 Experimental Early Access. This is Maker Gaming. This is episode 7 of our playthrough. And what did we do? We just got the awesome sync done. And so, at the very least, we need new. I think we want to do this so we can start. Oh, yeah. I think we're going to do this. Or we can just do this right now. We have it all right here. Yeah, so with that time lapse, which I already regret, I just posted that video 10 minutes ago to YouTube. The time lapse, I made this, so it's just 60 coming out of the miner. We have two smelters at 30, producing 30 ingots each. The first one goes over here to make 20 iron plates. This one takes 15 of the remaining 30 and makes 15 iron rods, and those get collected together there. The remaining 15 come right here and make 15 rods, and then those 15 rods, well, they stack up. So it's not a totally efficient system. But 10 per minute, we're ending up with 40 screws. So now we have the full iron production line. And that's what I didn't show when I did the time lapse in the last episode. But that gets us here.
Milestone reached. Biofuel will ensure.
Alright, so these 6 extra slots. Helpful. And like always, we need iron plates. Reinforced iron plates. That's one of the reasons we're getting the milestone. Well, the next one will be our assembly. Alright, so that's the chainsaw. It says slots, takes one of your hand slots. Fuel is biofuel, so we have biofuel. So we can equip this. Sorry, zipline for the moment. Mass. Yes. Okay. Is there anything we want to cut down? I think I want to keep one or two of these trees. I'm not sure which though yet. If we cut that down, it'll probably take both together, so we'll come take this one. Oh no, we need biofuel. Excuse me. Which actually means we need to make a new machine over here, but until then... So, this is the biofuel. What, 8 for 4? Biomass burns at... What does it say? Oh, it doesn't say there. Give me a second. Now we can go back. Get the assembler. Let's do the chainsaw. Oh wow, I turned the volume down. Now it's almost nothing. It's disappointing for the first time, but for the remainder of the times, that noise gets annoying, so I turned it down in the audio options. There's a lot of options in the audio if you want to turn down different things in the game. I tried it for basically just sound effects, because there's not a separate option for just the animals, and some of those animals were real loud in a couple of my videos, so we got rid of them. Or we at least turned them down. So that's how we get rid of trees. Now you know how a chainsaw works. Alright, do we want to make biofuel right now? Not really. But we should. But everything's in the way because I planned this really badly. Is this anything? No. Oh, a tip for if you ever want to know what's in your storage containers. You can press F, and that's your dismantle key. And then when you hover over it, it'll show you, you know, the first two are the ingredients for the container, and then everything after that is what's actually stored in it. So, it helps when you're in an area like this with a bunch of different things. There's my biomass, there's my collectibles, etc. Alright. Of course we don't have reinforced plates. Of course we have no room. Do I want to keep this? Yeah, let's just make it ridiculous. We haven't used the conveyors yet. So, conveyors let you move your belts vertically. Helps with positioning. So we'll just do something like that. Is that the same level? We shall see. We're not going to worry about the right angle in that one. I know it looks excellent. But I didn't want to have to move everything. Also, that's too close to that. Maybe something like that. Try not to spend too much time. Close enough. Perfect right angle. Wow, we don't even have a need for any of this anymore. Well, we should just go through it all here. Starting to lose track of everything I'm unlocking. That was just the chainsaw and the biofuel. We now have biofuel running.
Milestone reached. More complex assembly of parts can now be automated. Project assembly parts can now be constructed and sent up via the space elevator. Note: project parts are too complex to produce by hand.
So she's talking about the project parts. That's what we send up the space elevator. Also, as she said. So yeah, she mentions the project parts. Those are the parts you send up to the elevator, and she noted that you can't make them in the craft bench, so they have to be made in whatever machines it takes to make them. So we did put it on the to-do list. We need a few reinforced plates. And we need a few rotors. It's our first rotors. So let's just put this anywhere we want to see it. It's our biggest machine right now. We have plenty of power, and we should start doing something like this, because I'm tired of making reinforced plates. Fourth outage. My plan was, once we get signs, was to put up our power outage count. And man, that's number 4 already, and we don't even have it up yet. So it's saying we need more, which I'm fine with. We're actually out of wire, so put it right here. Is there anywhere that'll work? Fill it up. Back up. We're now up to 150 megawatts, which would be 2 coal generators, which is our next power, which I want to start getting towards very soon. Get off this biomass. Something's not working here. No power. Alright, I'm glad we saw that. Now we're making our biofuel. That'll be stored there. That will run the machines more efficiently, so that's 10 per minute, that's 4 per minute. So what, 2.5 times better? Now we have this, constantly producing that. If we wanted it to make a little more semi-autonomous, we could put 2 storage containers behind it and 1 in front of it, but we don't need to do that yet. So, see what we can dump over here in the sink. Alright. At least give us something. I wonder, do we have points yet? Oh wow, we have 2 coupons. I'm gonna grab anything we have, anytime we have it, until we get our first few awesome shop products. Let's go see what's next. Ooh. Signs would be nice. I might want to wait. Could use a ladder soon also. I didn't mention that last time. Could use those. Those are 3. I'd get the signs, but I don't really want to be running around getting quartz right now. I think I'm going to wait for that. So what do we need for that? And that will definitely help. Remember, that gets us 120 points per reinforced plate. Oh, we don't even need it. We got it. The concrete, the different materials in the customizer, those really came along. Those were all added in Update 5 as well. So yeah, this is kind of a game changer for me. I use a lot more concrete in the game than I use the regular floors and walls. So yeah, that's what the concrete looks like. So we'll use a mix and match of these 2 textures, and we could also change the color also using the customizer to differentiate whatever. So alright, I shouldn't have placed that yet. Alright, we're starting to get a little messy. And what is this about? I guess there were 2 of them. That's called Z fighting, or Z fighting. It's a problem when you start making circles and things like that. We'll get into it if we make circles. Yeah, maybe we should start sectioning these We also need to pick, we need to pick a wall color. I guess me. Do we want to go to there? We'll go to there. So we're going to use this until we have the conveyor wall. Something like that. That's good enough for now. That is not optimal. I wonder if I want to keep these quarter floors. We might for now. There's a way to make the customizer do the swatch. You can go edit. I'm sorry, you don't edit. You right click, and it can be your standard for things like your walls or just anything, or just your foundations, just your pipes. So that could be useful. I don't want to do that just yet, though. Do not know what color we'll end up with yet. Alright. So yeah, this was not the, I should take this out. Give me 1 second, we'll take out this. We need the customizer. Now we can just go back. We want these to match right now. Alright, so like we talked about in the last video, we used the barrier to make walls at the halfway points. To give these a little room. And I think I want to... We'll concrete the middle. Basically everywhere there's machines. And this is kind of showing us the path of what we're going to need to get rid of around this first factory floor. Don't need this caterium here. Need to move that soon. But those are the, I guess, the dimensions of our first building. And our first color, this will not be our normal color. There's a lot of red on YouTube. Zoom this. Is this necessary? Not really. Does it look good? I don't know. Not really. But are we finally building? Yes. Do like that black. I could do like a white stripes build. Like very white and red, peppermint. But then also a little bit of black. That's our shape. We gotta see if we're gonna be good with that, because, I mean, I'd like things to kind of match around out there. So let me think on that. Fix this. Alright, got those colors back to matching. I don't really like that shape, but I think it's too late. Could put one. Alright, you know what? Let's take a break from the building for a minute. I don't know if I like this placement or size or anything yet anyways. I really want to get a hard drive going. So let's just empty out some of this mess. Make a little room. Don't need that. We don't need that. We could use more of that. Okay. I want to say there's a lake over here, and I want to say there's a hard drive that I can get. I think I need to get at least 1 or 2 hard drives going. I'd love to get the cast screw alternate recipe to save some space with the iron. I'd also like to get all these iron nodes around here hooked up, but I'll probably wait on that till we get to coal power. We don't need anything excess right now, because that's just more biomass we have to collect. Oh, I remember they said I could just hold E. Ooh. I think I'm walking a little careless. Man. Where's Ray? Where's the lake? I don't think I've explained. If it shows black, but it's in an area basically that you're near, it means that there's another level, another tier, usually above you. So this is some sort of mountain. So yeah, that's that. And since we haven't seen it from above, it hasn't drawn up in the map yet. Oh, there's a hard drive. It's not the one I was thinking of though, so it might be the right one, it might not. Let's go see. This is definitely a job for zooping. I have a feeling there might be something over there because...
Comply.
Well, just because. There's usually something guarding things, unless it's real up high. Just go in blind like there's nothing near us. 3 rotors. We should be able to make those. Be pissed if we can't. Whew. Alright, looks like we're gonna get our first hard drive. This is not the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of the one by the little lake. By the cliff to, I believe, the pink forest, maybe? Was that something? Oh yeah, and so these are crash ships. These are remnants of, like how we landed, but the people that didn't make it off so well. Each one, crash drop pod, has a hard drive that you can take if you provide the right.
Data on the hard drive has been salvaged and can be repurposed to unlock an alternate recipe. Salvaging more hard drives will provide additional alternate recipes.
Thank you, Ada. So yeah, hard drives. We need to get back soon. Let's get back real quick and then we'll explain it. Alright. Where were we? Almost fell off that. Wow. And we did fall off. Wow, we didn't die. That was lucky. Is there anything by us? I'm a little scared. A little low on health. Did the music just get creepier? Is this the lake? No. It's to the left. Let's go see if we can find the lake, I guess. We can stay safe. Keep the cliff against one of our sides. This looks like a tier 7 geyser. Can use that late game. Take a swim through the lagoon. Something. It's the spitters. No thanks. How many were chasing us? 2? I don't feel like fighting right now. Their volume was better. I noticed that. More spitters. I don't want to fight them. I don't need a power shard that bad. What I want is hard drives. Looks like lightning. It's one of the, what do they call them? World trees? Mother trees? Giant trees? The flickering is not normal. Alright, so we didn't see the lake. Job well done. But we got the hard drive, so let's go back and get that going. Oh yeah, B's flashlight. Oh, I'm assuming that was not a... I'm assuming that wasn't an outage, but we just ran out of fuel. Which is an outage, but it's not counting to my outage count. That's not mismanaging, that's just forgetting time. We are back at base, and we are gonna get the hard drive in the MAM. So it's this one up here, isolated. We scan it, and now we have 10 minutes. And once that finishes, we'll get 3 options on alternate recipes. And they're not really an upgrade, they're more of a, I mean, exactly, they're alternates. It can make things easier with the resources you have on hand, or some recipes add water, you get more materials out of them. So you want to try and get some of the hard drives early, because depending on what you have available from unlocking through the tiers and everywhere else, depending on what you have available is the choice of hard drives they'll give you. So like me looking for these casting screws, the earlier I research for them, the better, because all this other stuff from these other tiers won't be jamming up the random generation. It'll pick out of all the whole pool of available products. So I want to check the audio real quick. I've been messing with levels the past episode or two, and I'm trying to... I think the music and the sound effects went down a little too much, so if you see a difference towards the end of this video after this segment and it's good, I guess let me know in the comments. Okay, so that changes in there now. Let me know if you can tell a difference. I can't really tell in my headphones yet. And I don't hear music either way. I need concrete. Let me go build something real quick while that hard drive is researching. You know what? Before we get to that, let me just say, let me get these guys real quick. Okay, that patch was not as successful as I think they wanted it to be. Between the last, besides me exploring over there to coming back to base, I had saved the game, turned it off, and since I've been back, there's a patch to update 6. So I read the patch notes. It's mostly about the whole alien creature issues that they've been having. So, like we've noticed, there hasn't been hardly any of the aliens that we're used to seeing. There's just been less of them. And their AI is still messed up. It looks like through this patch, those guys didn't know what they were doing. But basically, when they put that into the patch, it respawned every creature in the map, regardless of if you already have a factory built. And once you have a factory built, that usually is what keeps spawning of these the creatures from coming back. So usually we wouldn't have any in the valley anymore because we've cleared it and we have a factory on top of it. But now we will have to clear them all one more time after this because of this patch. So, you know, let's go see real quick. Let's go see if there was ever a spider in this cave. Music's back now. Give me a second, I went to the totally wrong corner of the area. Alright, and we're here. We're much braver than the first time. We know our health's full and it'll come back. Just get it over with. Yep. There's one. Where there's one, there's usually more. Alright, was that it? I feel like I hear crawling. Not too bad. Alright, so now you've seen the stingers. Alright, give me a second. You can do R, an additional time. So E scrolls you through your materials, and R scrolls you through default placement, zoop, and vertical zooping, which is like that. Alright, back to it. Ooh, 3D. Looks alright. We'll definitely upgrade it again for the next one now. 100 subs. 2 weeks in, we got 100 subs. 110 at the time of this. I'm going to try and edit this video down and release it tonight. Yeah, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for the likes. This is fun. So we're just going to wait for that hard drive. We'll check that out, and then we'll end this episode. Uh-oh. I haven't died yet. Oh, and that's actually a tip and something useful with the health going back up to full now. Um, no matter what height of a cliff you fall off, if you have completely full health, you will survive the fall. You'll have a tiny little sliver, but other than that, you'll be good. So that's another perk for the health going back up to maximum without eating. Let's see how long we have on this hard drive. Maybe we'll just... Oh, it's ready. Alright, so we didn't get what we wanted. There is a trick to that, just so you know. If you want, you can save your game before you start researching the hard drive, before the 10 minutes of researching. And the random generator, it selects at the beginning, so you can research it, wait the 10 minutes. If you don't like it, you can reload your save and restart the research, and it'll give you a new role and then 3 new options. But none of these are super useful. I mean, we could get more copper. That is more useful, but we need a foundry. That's not till steel. That's tier, I think, 4. Let's see. You can hover over this. It'll tell you the original recipe. We got 6 and 12 for 1. At 5 a minute. The production rate is often something that's very helpful with the alternate recipes. So like this modular frames, instead of 2 a minute, you can produce up to 5 a minute. But that's a lot of screws, so let's look at this one. So we do have a lot of copper, a lot of wire, but I mean, that's just our current resources. We have 6 iron nodes and 1 copper, so we'll go with the stitch iron plates. So now it's your assembler. Come in here and there's now 2 recipes. How's this doing? Running low. Refill that. Alright, so we'll end it right there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We got our first hard drive unlocked. We come back. I'm really not liking this. Just the building size in general. It's just off to me, so I might reorganize this a little bit, and then we'll probably get to the space elevator pretty soon. Maybe at the end of the next episode. Yeah. Thanks for watching. See you then.